3 basic EQ changes that's gonna make your dull and boring vocal sound very interesting and sharp and crispy. Do you wanna know what those 3 changes are? Then stick around till the end of this video. If you're new here, I'm Florina Jane, otherwise known as Flow of Music, and I put out a bunch of music production related tutorials. So if that's something that you like, then you can hit the subscribe button. Let's get into the video. So we're going to be dealing with this vocal. This is just a multi-track that I downloaded, and actually this vocal already has reverb and a little bit of delay in it. It was also recorded while the other instruments were playing, so you will also hear that in the background. But for demonstration purpose, we can use this vocal.
But they don't, but they won't, but they for sure.
So I have this EQ plugin called SSL Channel. You can use any plugin for this matter. I've been trying to use SSL for a while, so I'm going to use this plugin for today's tutorial. The first change we're going to do is a low cut filter. So usually anything till 100 Hz can directly be cut for a vocals. So I have my frequency selection here. So I am going to select 100 Hz, and let's see what change it's doing.
I am waiting for the answers.
I'm going to increase this knob up, which means even till 300 or 350, the low cut is going to happen. I want you to listen to the difference that happens in the vocal track.
I am waiting for the answers to come. I am waiting. I am waiting. I am waiting.
Do you hear that difference? Only the high mids and the highs are allowed. Most of the frequencies are cut till 350. So you cannot do this much of a cut. You can only do a cut till where you feel like it's not affecting the track, but also where all these signals are going away. Because most of the time vocals will have that low rumble and that low frequency entering in, even though you're not able to hear it. So I'm just going to dial it back.
I am waiting for the answers to come, but they don't, but they won't, but they fall short.
Okay, I think this is fine. We've cut till 113 Hz. This is not a standard number that you can also use on your tracks. Definitely the range might be different for you. Maybe if it is a male vocal, you might have to bring it down a bit. Maybe you can only cut till 70 or 80. So you need to definitely do a low cut on a vocal track, because you don't need those low frequencies. Otherwise, it's going to go and clash with every other instrument like bass, kick, or a synth bass or something. And you will not have the quality in those instruments. So it's better to cut this. We're going to look at the mids now. Usually mids is a very tricky area. Most of your tracks have energy in that mid frequency, but that doesn't mean all those tracks should continue having it in that area, because you're going to have that clashes happening, and you're also going to feel like it's sounding a lot more muddy. So we need to clear some mids. So we're going to aim at around 300 to 400 and see if you're hearing some rumble or some boomy sections in this song. So to do that, I have this low mid frequency. It's written here, low mid frequency. I can select the frequency using this dial, and I can increase or decrease the gain using this dial. This is kind of like a bandwidth. So if I want the width to be higher or lower on the graph, which is used to increase or decrease the volume. So let's probably keep 500 Hz, 0.56 kilohertz is nothing but 500 Hz. And I'm actually going to bring the volume up to check if it's causing any problem.
I am waiting for the answers to come.
Now you saw that at one point it was too loud. So probably that's where it has the melody. So I'm not going to go beyond that, because then we're going to interfere the melody which we need. So let's stay below that area.
I am waiting for the answers to come. I am waiting for the answers to come. I am waiting.
Okay, look at this sound. I have actually increased the volume up to 12 dB. You will hear that it's very bassy kind of a tone.
I am waiting for the answers to come.
It's very clear over here. That's very annoying, right? So I'm going to put it down. Let's bring it by 3 dB.
I am waiting for the answers to come, but they don't, but they won't, but they fall short. I am waiting for the answers to come.
It has easily cleared up that boomy sound we were getting around 300 hertz. So that's your second step. You need to find out, because this is a very common thing that happens in vocal tracks. You will have that weird bassy boomy kind of a sound around that 300, 400, 250, around that area. So you need to clear it out. Otherwise it's going to again, take unwanted space. It's going to take a lot of headroom. Find that range for your track and cut that down. Now, I want a little bit of presence because a track sounds a little dull. We did cuts, which has, reduced problematic frequencies. I want to bring up some clarity. Now, usually in vocals, it's very common that around that 8 kilohertz area is where you get presence. It's where you get that sharpness and clarity. So I'm going to increase that. So we have high frequency over here and it's already set at 8 kilohertz. So let's just try increasing the knob, the gain, and we'll see how that affects the vocals.
I am waiting for the answers to come.
Very exaggerated change, so without the plugin.
I am waiting for the answers to come, but they don't, but they won't, but they fall short.
There's a lot of clarity that gets inside the processing part now. But what we did is very high. Let's bring it down to maybe, let's say around 3.5.
I am waiting for the answers to come, but they don't, but they won't, but they fall short.
Isn't it sounding cool? Without it, it was having a lot of boring elements, lot of mids, and it was not interesting at all. But the moment we added a little bit of high shelf using that, high frequency 8 kilohertz, there's an immediate boost in clarity and it cuts through the mix and it's sounding so bright. That's the power of high frequencies. If you cut it out, it's going to sound weird. So you need that high frequency boost. So let's listen to this section without the plugin and with the plugin.
I am waiting for the answers to come. I am waiting for the answers to come.
So these are the three very fundamental things you need to do in an EQ plugin. If you have no idea to work with an EQ, there's a video linked in the screen. You can check that out to learn about how to use an EQ plugin. But if you know how to use an EQ, but you're not really sure which frequencies to target and which frequencies to boost or reduce, this will be a starting point for you. So try this method in your vocals and let me know how it sounds in the comments below. As usual, give a like to this video if you found it useful. This is Florina Jane, otherwise known as Flow of Music, and I'll see you guys in another video.